Hey there. I'm back in Lembongan, hopped to another island again, and just hanging out, taking a break from Ubud, which sometimes can get a little intense. And yeah, there is these kites flying all over. It's kite flying season in Indonesia. Here, I can show you. The sky, I don't know if you can see the kites. And they make this noise. And yeah, it's really nice. So, I wanted to talk today about your gifts and talents, because really your life should be built around your gifts and talents. Throughout the years, I have noticed a theme in people's lives, and that is that a lot of people don't know what their gifts and talents truly are, and what they're here for to do, what they're here for to express in this life. So there's a lot of confusion about what is my purpose, what are my gifts, what I'm doing is not really what I feel I should be doing, but I don't know what really is the thing that I'm meant here to do. And then that causes a lot of frustration and depression sometimes, and unfulfillment. And I believe that you don't have to feel unfulfilled, because everybody has a gift, everybody has talent, and you are meant to be a hero for something. I have always been pretty lucky, I think, because I've always known what I wanted to do. There was never anything unclear about what is part of my purpose, which is helping people. I've always known that that's what makes me feel inspired and excited and fulfilled, is to work with people and to help people. And I've always been on a straight path to do what I needed to do to get to a point where I can help people. And then, I went to school, I became a psychotherapist, and then I worked with people over many, many years. And now I'm following my heart again, and I am adding coaching and energy healing, and that's what makes me happy. And actually what makes me happy is to help people find their gifts. There is nothing more inspiring to me than to see somebody else inspired. So my point is that I've always been, I think, maybe not the norm, and very fortunate to be able to do that, and fortunate to be able to be part of people's lives. But I see there's a lot of confusion, and not everybody is fortunate like that. So, how do you know what your gifts are? Well, I was talking to a friend the other day, and she was showing me what she's been doing lately, which is she's been drawing and using her drawings, incorporating her drawings into her work, which also has to do with working with energy. And she was showing me these drawings and describing to me with delightful excitement how much it's been inspiring her to incorporate these drawings into her work. And clearly it's one of her gifts, because I looked at the drawings and they're pretty amazing, and what she does with them is pretty amazing. And then she was telling me that she's been drawing, she cannot remember a time where she hasn't been drawing. And she was telling me how she remembers drawing as a kid, and how she, never thought anything of it. And how now this gift that she had is reappearing in her life now, and all the things that it's giving her and adding to her life. And then I was remembering that a few, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, I reconnected with an old friend of mine, and I hadn't talked to him in a long time. Last time I talked to him was when I was 15, And he sent me a picture of a letter that I wrote him because we became pen pals. And in that letter, he was sending me a little paragraph of how I basically, told him to call him on his stuff, and I told him to step things up, and I gave him some solutions of how to do that. And he told me that, oh no, no wonder you became a person that helps people, because you've always been doing that. And I was I had to laugh, LOL, because it's so true. And so that made me think, like, if you're trying to find what your gift is, think back to when you were a child. What was it that you were doing then that inspired you, and that was fun to you, and that you just naturally did without thinking about it? Because your gifts have always been there since the beginning of your life. And you might have not looked at what your gifts are as gifts. Because, sometimes your gifts are not really seen as gifts by yourself or by other people around you. And sometimes your gifts might even be looked at as a weakness. I remember when I was growing up, I've always had this in-tune sense of reading energies and reading people and feeling everything around me. And I did not think that was a gift. I felt very different and very much an outsider. And now I realize that that's one of my greatest gifts, but I didn't know that back then. So if you think back of, what was it that filled up your heart when you were a child, that might be a good big clue to figure out what it is that your gift is, and what your purpose is, and what you need to maybe start to build your life around more. The other thing to identify your gift is to tune in to find out what is really inspiring you and what is really exciting you, because that's a pretty big clue that that has to do with your gift. Wow, holding up this phone is gonna give me good muscles. Anyway, so excitement and inspiration is a good clue to follow to find your gifts, because at the end of this rainbow of excitement and inspiration most likely lays a pot of gold filled with your gifts and talents, if you don't know what they are. And you might say that, oh, okay, yeah, my gifts are this and this, I know my gifts, but I'm not gonna make a living of my gifts. I'm not gonna, get paid for what my gifts are. Well, first of all, I think you can. I am. And anything is possible. But aside from that, that's not even the question. That's not even what matters. Because you were born with certain gifts, and they don't really care about a 9-to-5 job situation. Your gifts want to be expressed. And there's nothing more that fills up your soul, and that fills up your heart, and that connects you with the core of your spirit. There's nothing else that can do that than you following your highest inspiration and excitement and sharing your gifts with the world. There is no better high than that. So identify your gifts, and when you do, spend time with your gifts. Your gifts are like this part of you that wants your attention. If you don't give it your attention, it'll just shrivel up, and it'll be in a corner, and it'll be depressed. Your gift will be depressed if you don't express it. And I know you don't want that. So spend time with your gift. Figure out what your gift is, as little as it could be, or as big as it could be, and then spend time with your gift. And your gift will grow and expand, and it will take up more and more space in your life. And before you know it, it will take up so much space in your life that maybe people want to pay you for it. And like I said, there's nothing more fulfilling than sharing your gift. So spend time with your gift. Expand with your gift. The real prison is the one we build for ourselves because we're too afraid to express who we really are. So express your gifts and be brave. Mwah.